review copy provided by PlayStation. Hey everyone, Sweet Johnny Cage here, back with part 4 of the Returnal full playthrough walkthrough. In part 4, we're going to go through the Echoing Ruins and fight the boss there, and after that. If you've never joined me for these walkthroughs before, this is a Let's Play style walkthrough, so I am recording as I play and as I talk. You may hear a little bit of background noise, but I do my best to clean all that up. So, normally I would show you like what my loadout is here, what I've used in the previous chapter and what I'm bringing into the next one, but spoiler alert, the game sort of resets after Biome 3, the Derelict Citadel. So when you enter Biome 4, the Echoing Ruins, everything goes back to 0. You do retain your permanent equipment, so stuff like your suit augments and your items. You do keep all this, but your integrity goes back down to 100%. Your adrenaline resets. Obviously, all of your parasites go away, artifacts go away, everything resets back to 0. And that is meant to happen. So let's make that happen. I'm going to skip the cutscene here just because it's kind of long and, chances are if you're watching this walkthrough, you've already sort of seen it. Oh, am I not able to skip this? No, I can. Can I? This would be pretty funny if I couldn't. I just assumed I could. Wow, okay, that's kind of a bummer. Well, anyway. Yeah, so in the previous walkthrough, we killed Nemesis, the boss of the Derelict Citadel, and we did a lot of work in that area. And the story basically goes that some time passes, and Celine finds herself back on Atropos, back on this planet, after a long time has passed. So, we're essentially going to go through a biome that looks really similar to the very first level, the Overgrown Ruins, and that is deliberate. So, there we go. And so time has passed, and we are back on Atropos. Oh wow, we actually got the trophy. So the trophies in this game were bugged really hard when it first got released, for a lot of people, myself included. I didn't get any trophies after defeating Ixion, all the way through beating the game twice. So, like, my trophies were totally bugged. And then the third time around, they did start unlocking, but, this brand new playthrough allowed me to redo Act 1 and get that trophy. Okay, so I have died in this stage twice. Once, I got to the boss the first time, no problem, but I wasted so much time and energy trying to find the balanced blade upgrade that I wound up eating through all of my health by the time I got to the boss. And I managed to get him down to literally one last hit, but I got hit myself. So it unfortunately didn't work out. And then I died another time because I still had a pistol and I was fighting a malignant elite, and that didn't work out. Anyway, so this is not my first time through, so things will be a little bit different for me than it is if this is your first walkthrough or your first go round of this level. The way this works is we're now going to go through another 3 levels, starting here in the Echoing Ruins. And everything that we start with now is level 15. So we have a level 15 modified sidearm, and all the enemies have scaled up to match that. So it may feel like you're starting over, but in a way you're not. You're still at level 15, just like you ended in Derelict Citadel. There is a new... This pillar here, Cthonos, is also available in the Overgrown Ruins, the very first level. And basically, anytime you die, you can deposit ether into this thing to pay for a new item. This could either be a consumable, a relic, or a passive, anything. And so this will relight up anytime you die. The cost does increase over time. It gets as high as, I think, 12.
Always trapped.
Okay.
Every way out is another cycle.
So we're gonna go down, down, down. And there's a chest at the bottom of this thing. Alright, so now we won't have a pistol, we'll have a real weapon. Hollow Seeker, perfect. Alright. Let us proceed. Nah, I'm good with this. The items, or the little shrubberies here, I do recommend shooting them. They can contain obolites, as well as the odd parasite, or even a health upgrade or something. So whenever you see them, just shoot them. Yeah, it's always worth it. Alright, cool. Moving on. Alright, so we got some turrets here to deal with. Oh my god. I feel like I always recommend deal with the turrets first. I'm not sure if I've ever said that out loud, but always deal with the turrets first, especially the ones that have a beam. Like, that beam is disgusting. And don't be afraid to just sort of swoop away. Pick up a key over here. Alright, so this room is taken care of. Yeah, in the attempt where I got to the boss and got the boss down to 1 hit, I couldn't find the balanced blade upgrade. I spent so long looking for it, and I legitimately just could never find it. I spent over an hour looking for it, and it just wouldn't show up. It's okay, though. Oh my god, this thing is moving so fast now. These lasers normally do not move this fast. This is a little crazy. Anyway, I'll pick those up and then we'll go. Hopefully I don't die. I think there's a little bit more health in here for me, so it should be okay. That's that. What's that? Where's his health? Oh, it's behind the brambles. So we have a side path here. Let's go ahead and check that out. Alright. So this room, you can go to the other side. There's always a locked door on the other side. And you can go for it, but I wouldn't recommend it. That's how I spent a lot of my HP that one time. So let's just keep going. I may have a house sequence, I might not. I can't be certain. Yeah, I can't be certain if I've already done that. Or if I'll have another one. Yeah, like I said, always break these things. It's a little time consuming, but it's worth it. Son of a bitch. Hopefully this is not a combat encounter. Maybe a little bit of combat. No, I definitely don't want to reduce protection. Oh, 50. 56 that time. That was nice. Okay, another 50. Great, we're out. We're out like Sprout. Oh, there's actually an ether on this platform. Oh, there's another one here too. What is this? No, this was the parasite I didn't want. Okay, moving on. Alright, so this room can sometimes be deadly, so before I pick up that scout log, I'm going to come over here. Sometimes enemies are in this room. What do we got? Oh, nice, the Xeno Prism. That's so weird. That was not here last time. And I feel like this is the story time where you get that. I don't know, man. Maybe I just missed something in that. Anyway, let's take a listen to this.
Hard times have come. Here, but now they're gone. Why won't the music end? I silenced it, but now it's stuck inside me. I don't deserve this. Seasons don't fear the Reaper.
She hears the music too. I'm starting to understand what destroyed her mind.
All right. Cool. So these guys, they're not... So these guys are really easy, but they can emit a lot of bullets. And I know that sounds like obvious, like of course they do, but it can be a lot. And it's actually better if the... this sounds weird, but it's actually better if they have a shield on them, because when you break the shield, they are stunned and they have very little health. So you can kill them in like 2 seconds after they've had their shield broken. All right, so this is the Electro Pylon driver. This is a cool gun where you can attach pylons to walls and basically build webs, and anything that like goes into that web takes damage. And then if you just stick it right into if you just shoot a bolt right into an enemy, it deals a severe damage over time, and you can really stack them up. I prefer the Hollow Seeker myself, so I'm going to stick with that. But the Electro Pylon driver is a very, very good weapon. All right, what else we got? We got a side room over here, but this is okay. This is a pool of water. We don't have the ability to swim, and unfortunately, there's a cube down there that we're not going to be able to get. It's all right though. Okay, this is a decent room. There's generally some upgrades in here. Just gotta watch for this. And we have another side room here. Nice, with a bed. I do love a good bed. By the way, have you guys ever ordered a mattress online? Like, this is not an ad or anything. I'm generally curious. My girlfriend ordered our mattress online, and it's not like one of those Caspers or anything, but it's a sick mattress. I gotta say, and I love it. Suffer to integrity on detach. Nah. No, that's not worth it to me. Okay, let's go ahead and rest here and then get our HP back. Oh god, that scared the absolute hell out of me. Holy shit, that was scary, man. Oh, I hate these enemies, dude. They swoop right towards you. Wow, that scared the bejeepers out of me. Yikes. Alright, great. We got a little bit of an upgrade there. Sorry if that like blew the speakers out, but god damn, that scared the hell out of me. Okay, moving on. All right, here's the house. I have another house sequence. I'm gonna be straight up with you. I'm gonna skip it. Actually, no, because typically the house sequences give some sort of artifacts. Let's go ahead and do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. This might be one of the cool ones, actually. Nah. All right, so now the living room's open.
Seeping inside. Am I not the only thing that can enter here?
Let's check the piano. So she starts playing the tune. And the TV has some black in it. You're probably gonna jump me again.
Wake up.
I don't know what crushing these cubes does. I really don't know. There's one in like every memory, and I don't know what it does. Anyway, then we gotta watch. We're gonna watch some TV.
Waiting for me. Like the astronaut.
When we look back at the monumental success of the first crude tragic car accident occurred in the Okanagan, Wenatchee, Netherlands. landing, it is impossible to divorce the forest. Although authorities have yet to identify the mission's significance in itself from the effects that cause, as road conditions were optimal, the car broke through a guardrail and plunged witnessing world into lake. The driver, the collective and conscious understanding, has suffered major spinal injuries. Her daughter, miraculously, of humankind's place on Earth. And thereby the universe originated from the moment we stepped upon the surface of another celestial body, survived unharmed.
Okay. So that's a really important lore moment for the story. Yeah. Knowing that there was a car crash, a woman suffered spinal injuries, and then a daughter survived. But keep in mind that the news report said it was tragic.
Mother, I told you to.
Yeah. So it's tragic, but 2 people survived. Why would that be tragic? All right. So that's that house sequence. Man, I hate that I died to that boss, man. Okay, but now we have a new artifact. It's the spaceship. Has a positive effect on dash. I think dash now does damage or something like that. It's kind of frustrating when they don't actually tell you everything. Alright, so moving on here. I have already unlocked the boss room. So this door will be locked for you, and you need to find 2 vault keys. So that's what we're going to do. I'll show you where they are. Okay, well, the blade balancer's here now, so great. Jesus Christ. Unbelievable. Alright, and this is a good one, too. Alright, so before we get too far, now that we have blade balancer, let's go ahead and go back to the beginning. And let's just retrace our steps, and we will open any doors that we could not earlier. Come to think of it, I don't think there are any this way, but we're gonna... Oh, hey. We're gonna check anyway. Cool, Sylphan Vial. That was wonderful. Okay, back at the beginning. You can always rest in the bed of your ship to restore some health, in case you need. It's not a very obvious thing, but it does work. Alright. I feel like there was a wall here that I couldn't open. Yep, there it is. Ourselves a pristine calibrator. Keep going. I'm glad we found it this time. Jesus, that really sucked before. I love that you can shoot right through it. It's so sick. Just reforms. Alright. So back in here. There's no walls for us here. Good. Okay. Cool beans. So now we can proceed through the stage, and I'm confident that we won't die and that we can actually get through this. But like I said, I've already opened the boss door, so I'll show you where the keys are. There are 2 of them. So let's just start on the Fabricator end. We'll go start on this side here. Alright, great. So I'm glad these popped up. This is what I was talking about. These guys are easier to kill when they have a shield, because after you break the shield, they basically have no life left. So they go down so much faster with that. Hey. A couple more here. Groovy. Alright, let's clear out this room now. Got weapon level 16. Always fun. That's where we came from. Great. Ether is really, really easy to come by in these later stages. It's sort of like grows on trees almost. You're just going to find it everywhere. Which is helpful for a lot of reasons. Alright, yeah, let's go with the thermogenic launcher. This is, honest to God, my favorite weapon in the game. It's so strong. Alright, pick up an extermination sphere, and then what else we got over here? A little bit of currency. All right, let's go through the side door. And we got a fabricator that we can't actually use yet, so that's okay. It's probably increased protection, 10%. Weapon damage, 10%. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. If we have enough, we'll come back for it. Of course. All right. Let's head on through. Uh-oh. Oh! Oh no. Damn, there's 2 cubes in this stage that I can't get. They're both underwater. Hello? Oh. That was horrible. What a mess. What a mess this level's turning into for me. Man, 2 cubes underwater. That's really unfortunate, you know? Disappointed. Disappointed.gif. Okay. Let's go through the side door. Are these all corrupted chests? That one's corrupted. That one was corrupted, and this one's corrupted. Okay, whatever. I mean, I have a good weapon. I don't really care. Just surprising. All right, so we have a bed that's going to harm us. I'm going to leave that for now because I don't have a lot of life to be playing around with. Let's go over here. All right, so let's activate the machine for sure. And then let's pick up the log and listen to it.
After developing an acceptance of the nature of this cycle, I need to learn if I can alter these devices. The ones that temporarily prevent me from returning to the ship after the crash. This proves somehow I can restart elsewhere. If only that were permanent.
Okay. So on the other end of this, don't forget to blow up all this stuff here. Right. Perfect. Just keep an eye on things before you start making big jumps or whatever. Oh god. God damn it. Oh, baby. These things are getting hectic, let me tell you. I don't know where that enemy is. I'm sure it'll pop up soon. Wow, there's 3 cubes in this stage. That's crazy. So luckily, you don't need to defeat the boss in this stage to like convert the cubes into usable items or whatever. You can just go right ahead. There he is. Increased proficiency, chance of finding malignant items. Nah, I'm good. There's so many health pickups, though. What do you have here? Ooh, this is a really good one. I gotta remember that that's there. Auto repair is like so strong. I'm not gonna open this chest. What's this one? There's an item down here. Oh, it's in the other room. Okay. Yeah, the map is just sort of doubling up on itself. That happens a lot. The map... Oh! Yo! Wow, the map becomes a little hard to read. Cool. How the hell do we get out of here now? Alright. I think this is going to lead to a key. So let's keep fighting here. Yes. Okay. You know, I was really, truly hoping... Oh, son of a bitch. I was really, truly hoping that that would be a higher level thermogenic launcher and nothing else. My wish came true. Not fully automatic, though. Will this become fully automatic? No. It does have a mega rocket, though. That's fun. Whatever the hell that means. Been through this level 3 times already. I've got 9 ciphers. It's crazy. Alright. So we are going to do this bonus room. I just want to check the health pickups here. So that's a malignant one. This one is down here. This is also malignant, but is this an upgrade? Okay, let's go ahead and do the bonus room now. I mean, I say bonus, but you know, I'm going back to the automatic. I really don't like the non-automatic thermogenic launcher that much. You can't do as much running gun with it, and that's hard. There's a chest over here. Hey, it's not even malignant. Okay. Level 18 Hollow Secret, that's really good. Oh, there we go. Here are the stairs. But we're gonna go back to this weapon here. It is a lower level, but the full auto really just makes for a better experience here. Let us do it. Son of a bitch. These effing turrets, man. They're such a nightmare. Hello? What the hell was that about? I feel like I shot that thing 18 times. Alright, should have the final guy coming in now. Gotta take care of these guys real fast. Real fast, real fast. We got the final guy coming. Here we go. Ugh. Son of a bitch. So when he's doing this ground pound move, it's actually a decent time for you to just sort of run away from him. It is purple, so you can't actually avoid it. You just have to jump on over it. That's it. That's the bonus room here. And there's plenty of upgrades waiting for you. Alright, what do we got here? Execution bolts. Okay, so this melee basically does splash damage now. It's a lot of fun. What do we got here? Unfed pod. 20 stagger for each parasite. Nah, it's not enough. I don't like that. Did I buy an astronaut figure? I did not. I don't think I bought anything out of that Fabricator. Alright, let's go through the side door here. Alright, so these are the Xeno archives of this stage. I mentioned this earlier, but you cannot get the final one until way later in the game. You get an extra ability that allows you to cross great expanses, but I don't have that yet, so can't do it. Alright. Yeah, I mentioned that the first time I did this. Alright, so this room should give us the key. Yeah, so the key would be right in here. What is this? Protection by 10? That's okay. So the key would be in here. The first key. Check any of the statues if they have eyes. Alright, let's go back to the Fabricator room now. And then it's time to go for the other key. I am going to check the Fabricator, see what's in there, though. No astronaut figurine, huh? That's okay. Let's go ahead and increase our max integrity by 25 and get the heal from this. And that should bring us close to full. Yep. All right, and then we'll go through here. Oh, God, I really messed that up. Let's just do this the right way. Yo! Malfunction, melee damage by 50. Nah. I don't like anything that reduces my damage. That's, like, not fun for me. I just don't feel like that's ever a good trade-off. Oh, I actually just realized there was a little hidden passage in that room that I didn't go through. Or was it the previous room? I 100% skipped a hidden passage. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, what are these? Wound Seekers, Proficiency Augment, Chance to break shields. Okay, well, unfortunately, I don't have enough to buy any of those. And there's no... there's no obolites in here. That stinks. Whoa! I don't know how I didn't take damage out of that. Okay, some upgrades in here for us. Sure to grab them. Alright. Come in here. Oh god. Gotta be careful though, because there's a lot of enemies in here. Let's go get this other big guy. Actually, let's just deal with the planes first. Alright. Cool. Cleared out that room. Great job. Get a key. Shield. Shield vial. Oh boy. Alright, so now my melee hits are doing splash damage, which is really helpful when you kill one aerial enemy. It'll splash into the others. Probably happened again here. Jesus. I wasn't even expecting to go there. That was nice. That was like such a long shot to make. That looked really pretty. Proud of that. Okay, cool. That's that room. Took care of that real fast. Thermogenic launcher, man. When you level that thing up, it's a wrap. Okay, and it's down here. Now I don't need that. Alright, let's go through the side door first, see what's over there. We're getting really close to the key now. This might be a bed. Oh, it's this room. Okay. So this room has a chest in it that's usually malignant, so I won't open that. There's generally an item through there. You won't take too much damage trying to get to it, but I don't ever go for it. So we got a health upgrade and a locked door. And then a broken Fabricator in here. I really wish I... Sometimes there's just not an astronaut figurine in a level, and that's okay. So let's see what this has. Dump 75 into it. Nullification Sphere. That's always really helpful. Alright. Alright, and let's go through the main door. Okay. So, we got a big challenge here. This guy can be tough. I don't have like a great alternate fire anymore, so that kind of sucks. Occasionally you can get these guys to be weak to melee damage. Oh, he's already dead. Never mind. Occasionally you can make it so if you hit them, they sort of like drop dead really fast, but that did not happen. All right. Cool. So this should be a key. Yeah. The final key would be right here. What do we got? Shortens alt fire. You know, I'm not going to go for that, although that is a very good upgrade. Instead, we're just going to warp back and we're going to go near the boss. Alright, so now that we have both boss keys, we've cleared out the whole shebang, it's time to fight the boss. Check the Fabricator one more time. I'm a little surprised I haven't gotten an astronaut figurine, but that's alright. What do we got over here? Melee kills grant energy blasts. No, I don't care about that. Alright, let's head towards the boss room. So, we would unlock the door using the 2 keys, using the 2 vault keys. This boss area generally has flying enemies. Oh god, turrets. Jesus Christ. Wow, yeah, these... The turrets with the lasers are just menacing, man. I hate them. There you go. Sit down. Okay. Head to the boss room. So don't forget, the cube machine is right here. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Gaining or fixing malfunctions grants a random combat ability. Okay. So sometimes there will just be a portal here that will take you upstairs. However, that is not the case here. Oh, there's a statue here. This is like the first one with eyeballs. Like the whole level, I feel like it's the first one with eyeballs. Alright, anyway. So sometimes there will be a portal here that'll take you upstairs. Other times, you'll need to sort of do it yourself. So if that's the case, no big deal. Sometimes there's like a grappling hook point, sometimes it's just stairs. This has changed a few times on me. But generally, there will be, yeah, health upgrade right here. 9 times out of 10. Locked chest. I'm going to save my keys. I'm not going to use them. I didn't miss any locked doors, did I? Just that one at the end of the pit, but I don't care about that one. I know there's nothing at the end of that. There may be an astronaut figurine at the end of that, but I don't care. Okay, so just going to keep ascending this tower. Unfortunately, the music is not playing. I don't get it. But a haunting rendition of Don't Fear the Reaper should be playing right now, and unfortunately it's not. So, the boss of this stage is Hyperion, and normally you would hear him playing the music, but he's not playing it right now. Sometimes it glitches. Hyperion is a 3-phase fight, just like all the bosses. Phase 1, he's mostly by the organ the entire time. He really would never leave the organ. And then when you transition in between 1 and 2 and 2 and 3, he will come into the arena, and he has no physical attacks, aside from if you get too close to him, he can like push spikes through the floor. But other than that, he won't ever punch you or like try to move near you. He just kind of comes away from the organ a little bit. In that section, it's a real bullet hell sort of thing, and he will actually launch bullets himself. Otherwise, all of the bullets come out of the pipes of the organ. The other thing to be aware of is that this is really the first boss with purple beams. So remember, you cannot dash through purple beams. You have to jump over them. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, it's actually a really fun fight, and the music is phenomenal. Alright. So we basically just wail on him for a while.
This melody from me, or did I learn it from you?
Okay. Yeah, the thermogenic launcher it really just makes quick work of this boss. So you always, oh god, yeah, you really gotta watch out for the purple that sort of shoots out of him. You really gotta watch out for that. And if you get too close to him, the spikes will come out of the ground. I'll try to show it to you here. Alright, unfortunately I couldn't get it, but that's okay. Yeah, there they are. Those are the spikes that you gotta watch out for. So we should be transitioning here in a second. God, Jesus. Use my shield. Alright, so here comes phase 2. So the boss will come out a little bit, and he'll sort of throw green orbs at us, sort of like to swipe us away. And then he has some tiny blue orbs to send out, but then he can also send out orbs of blue X's. Or patterns of blue X's. And then he will also try to... Yep, there they are. And then he will also put out some ground spikes around the arena that attempt to trap you. So you want to be very, very careful of those. He generally will only send those out when he's away from the organ. If he's in front of the organ, he won't really use that attack. We're almost here in phase 3, so we're doing quite well. Yeah, there's a little bit of a bug with the music in this fight, where sometimes it just like doesn't always happen, or it sort of cuts in and out. Alright, so that's phase 2. Time for phase 3 now, and this is where things get quite nuts. And if you don't kill him fast enough in phase 2 or 3, he can trap you inside of like a set of brambles, and then it's basically like just a standing bullet hell, kind of similar to Nemesis actually. So you do have to watch out for that. And then in this phase 3 transition, he now has blue rain. Yep, they're the roots that you got to watch out for. Jesus, what's happening? I don't feel like I'm like that close to these bullets, but I guess I am. Alright. So, same deal as before. You want to try your best to watch out for everything. Try to stand back a little. That'll give you a bit more breathing room with several of the abilities. Especially the rain that comes out of the pipes. Yeah, I really love looking at this boss. Yeah, the music is completely cutting out now. Alright, so the boss should go down here in a second. Yep, there he goes. Alright, so that is Hyperion. Oh god, that's cheap. That's Hyperion. Fun boss, but again, if you wait too long, he can basically trap you in a row of brambles that you can't move in between, and then you just have to do like a bullet hell, similar to Nemesis, where you're just weaving in and out. Okay, let's go ahead and scan this now. We have the Fractured Key, which gives us access to the Fractured Wastes. So that's the next level. So all we gotta do is just jump down this pit. Boom. All right. And then the Fractured Wastes is... I can't even... I think it's the left door, I think. Could be totally wrong. It's one of these. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so the Fractured Wastes is the next level. That'll be the next part of the guide, but you can tell there's a bunch of ice around, so that should give you an idea of where we're going. But yeah, that is it for the Echoing Ruins. I appreciate you dealing with my complaints about dying in that one perfect run that I had. But we're moving on. We've got the Balance Blades. We should be able to take care of everything now. I will warn you, the next stage is really hard. Some people say it's the hardest. It's tough. But that'll be it for this one. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment. I'll do my best to help you out. If you're looking for more guides for Returnal, please subscribe to the channel so you get alerted when new guides go live. If you're interested in supporting the channel monetarily, please consider becoming a channel member by clicking the blue join button below this video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and on Twitch, and as always, I'm Sweet Johnny Cage. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.